Okay, we're gonna begin section 5.4. It's gonna take us 2 days to do it. But today, I wanna pose the question to you. If 2 to the third power is equal to 8, right? 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. And 2 to the fourth power is 16. How would you do 2 to what power is 10? So, does everybody agree that 2 to the third is 8? 2 to the third power is 8.
Yeah.
And 2 to the fourth power is definitely 16. Well, how can we get 2 to what power is 10? Square root of 10? Nope. Now why would you just do it? I got square root. Can you pass this to John? Can it be 3.5? Well, I want you to take your calculator, so you're using some logic that 10 is between 8 and 16. So what number is between 3 and 4? So she said 3.5. So I want you to take 2 and raise it to 3.5 and see what number you get. So you're gonna go on to Scratchpad. So 2, and then the power button is right here. It's gonna take you guys some time to get used to this. It's the power button. 2 to the 3.5 power, and then hit enter. I got 11.3137, which is not the right answer. So you could sit there and guess and say, okay, well, how about 2.34? And you can keep trying, but we're gonna use logs to answer this question. First of all, do you guys remember? This is written in exponential form. So these three are exponential form. So on your note page right here, I want you to write 2 to the third power is 8. 2 to the fourth power is 16. And then 2 to what power is 10? Instead of using a question mark, you might want to use X. So if you don't want to use, I just put question mark. So 2 to what power is 10? Well, do you guys remember how to translate the exponential form to log form? Do you guys remember what these look like? It's been a while. What number goes here? Either the 2, the 3, or the 8. The base is 2. The 8 is going to go here. And the 3 goes there. A log, remember this, a log is an exponent. That's what I remember. A log is the exponent. The exponent is 3. The base is 2, and the answer is 8. So this is red, the log of 8 base 2 is 3. How do you do the next one? You're going to write the log of 16 base 2 is 4. And this next one, the log of 10 base 2 is something. Now, we learned last year, when you have two numbers here, we use this change of base formula. Do you remember how to do this on your calculator? The old way, here's the old calculator. You did the log of 10 divided by the log of 2. Do you remember this? You should. And the answer is, to that question, is 3.32. So, remember change of base? You typed in the log of 10 divided by the log of 2. We did this last year. and then you get an answer. Now, on these new cool calculators, I'm gonna show you how to type that in. So turn your calculator on. How do you type log of 10 base 2? Everyone see the log button? It's right there, but to access this log button, you have to hit control. So you're gonna hit control, log, and now do you see the two prompts here? Right there, you're gonna type in, we're doing log of base 2, the 2 there, and then arrow over with the big square here, arrow over and put a 10. And then hit enter, and you should get exactly the same answer we got. So there's two ways on this calculator you can do it. You can do the change of base formula, which is the log of, actually this one's gonna have you do it that way. They're not even gonna have, it automatically prompts it to be that way. So if you have the old calculator, you're gonna do it that way. Log of 10 divided by log of 2. So I don't know what calculator you're gonna be using. If you're more than welcome to use my Inspires. When you take the ACT test, we're gonna provide you guys these calculators, these new ones. So, but some of you take the ACT test or whatever test, you take it outside of school, we can't lend you these Inspires. So if you have the old calculator, this is the way you do it. So you guys are in a transition stage where you probably have to know both, unfortunately. So I'm gonna I'm keeping them both, and I'm flip-flopping back and forth. Because in college, you're probably more than likely gonna have the 8Bs. I don't know what you've purchased already, but you know, if you can buy the Inspires, they're a lot more money. But make sure you know one way or the other. So if you look at, in your homework, if you flip over, questions 5 through 14 and 15 through 24 are asking you to translate. All they want you to do is go from exponential to log or log to exponential. So for example, let's do some of these. This set is all written in log form. How would you translate these to exponential? Well, if the base is not written, if it says log and there's no little bitty number right there, does anyone remember what the base is? It's 10, not 1, it's 10. So for this one, you don't see the base there, you're gonna write 10 to the 3rd power is 1,000. How about number 6? Quickly. 10 to the is equal to
1/3.
next one. What is it? 10 to the 2.8751 is equal to 750. Number 8, 10 to the negative 0.0969 equals 0.8. Now, here's a new one. Do you guys recall from last year what log base E is equal to? Or what ln is equal to? When you see ln, ln means log base E. So if the base is not given to you, it's a 10. These are called common logs. These are called natural logs. When you see ln, the base is the number E. So this problem is really log base E 3 equals 1.09686. So how would you convert this to exponential form? E to the 1.0986 power is equal to 3. Number 10. What's the base? When you see ln, what's the base, everyone? E. So this would be e to the 2.3026 power is equal to 10. Number 11. What would that be? E to the negative 4.6052. Number 12, ln base E, so it'd be E to the R power is equal to S. Number 13, again, it's ln base E. So it's log base E. So here's this problem written with base E involved. So this would be E to the Z plus W power equals x squared plus 2y. And the last one, number 14, E. Oh, I'm sorry, this is the log problem. This is not ln. Log, what's the base here, if you don't see it? So this would be 10 to the D power is A plus C. Questions? Okay, now, since we're on a roll, let's do up to 24 here. Now we're given, these problems are in exponential form. They want you to write these in log form. So, what would be the, this is going to be the log, the base is 10. You're going to put 0.01 here, and you have negative 2. Is there an easier way to write this problem? Absolutely, because it's base 10. All you have to do is write log of 0.01 equals negative 2. For 16, the base is 10. Remember, a log is an exponent. That is the exponent, the negative 2. So this one would be the log of 1,000. Do we need the 10 here? No, we don't. If you want to write it, go ahead. But equals 3. Can you guys give me 17? Log of 3 equals 0.4771. Next one. Log of R equals 7K. Now I'm going to write this first in log form. This would be the log of 25.79 base E equals the exponent is 3.25, right? So you got to know what goes where. This goes here, your base is here, and that's your answer. Now, you always want to shorten it up. What's another name for log base E? ln. Number 20. E to the negative 4th power is equal to 0.0183. Can I just write into ln? Because that's log base E. .0183 equals -4. (21) This is log base E. So if you need to write it out first, definitely do that. So you gotta know what goes where. And another name for log base E is ln. (22) Can you do it quick? ln t equals k. Remember, a log is an exponent. The exponent is k. 23 ln w equals, I think that says 2 over r. They just gave you some random things. And the last one, I think that's an m. ln m equals 4w. Is anybody lost? Okay, now flip back to the notes. Go to example 1. Let's see if we can evaluate. Now that we are good with, I'm kind of, since we missed the last 3 days, trying to push you guys along here. We have to play catch up. Without using a calculator, so don't, it's very easy to grab your calculator and type in log of 1,000. They want you to do this logically without a calculator. So, what is this equal to? So if we say equals what? If it's in log form, convert it to exponential. What's the base when it's not written? 10. So in other words, 10 to what power is 1,000? Can you tell me what number would have to be here to give you 1,000? What would x have to be? 3. So 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. Try the next one. What is this equal to? So 10, because it's the base, 10 to what power is 1? What would have to be here? A 0. Letter C. 10 to what power is 10, the square root of 10? Here's another trick. See if you can get bases to be the same. Do you know another way to write the square root of 10?
1/2.
Good job, 10 to the 1/2 power. So this is 1/2 power. These two mean the same thing. So now what would x be if I cross these two 10s out? What's x? 1/2. And now, you could take a calculator and type in log -3. This number can never be, this number right that sits in this spot can never be a negative number or a 0. You can't do it. Because 10 to what power is -3? There is no number that'll give you a -3. Whatever number you put here, you'll never get a -3. So this is no solution. If you try to do it on your calculator, it'll give you an error message. Okay, so you're going to use that information of converting it back into exponential form to get the answers to these. So if you turned over, that's how you're going to do. It's just find. They don't want you to use a calculator on these. So let's get these 4 out real quick. Number 1, what would you write?
4.
What do you have for an answer?
4.
It'd be a 4. Yep. So 10 to what power is 10,000? It's 4. How about the next one? So let's look at this, equals what? 10 to what power is equal to 0.001? 1/2, that means square root.
No.
-3, you got it. 10 to the if you put a -3 here, that would be moving the decimal over 3 places, so it's -3. Good job. This next one's a little tricky. I would convert this 10 to 1/2. I would make this 10 to the 1/2 power, and I would make this as 10 to the 3rd power. Do you guys remember when bases are the same and you're dividing? What do you do with these two exponents? Subtract. So what's 1/2 minus 3? Okay, now I'm going to give you another trick. When these, see this is a base 10, when these two are the same, the answer is going to be this power. When these two are the same, so think about it, and I have it in the notes. If you look in the notes, right in the middle here, this bar, when the base and the number are the same, log of 3 base 3, log of 4 base 4, log of 7 base 7, the log of 12 base 12, the answer will be 1. The reason it's 1 is it's the power of this big number right here. And the power is a 1. Because 3 to what power is 3 is 1. Okay, if you converted log of 3, base 3, 3 to what power is 3, it's 1. So if you look at it in this way, if you converted this problem here, if you converted this, I'm going to show you the long way to do this. If you convert that, this is what you have. You have 10 to what power is equal to 10 to negative 2.5. The answer is going to be this power. So whenever these two are the same, the answer is whatever this exponent is. So if you don't see an exponent there, it's a 1. So if they're the same and there's nothing there, it's a 1. But if there's something else, it's always gonna end up being that exponent. So this answer is negative 2.5. So try the last one. I would convert this to 0.01 to the 1/3 power. Okay, and then I would convert this to 10. So what is this equal to? This is going to be 10 to what power is 0.01 to the 1/3. And what you could do is convert this to a decimal, or the other way you could do this, the answer is going to be negative 2/3. What I would do, I want you guys to do this on your calculator. Type this one on your calculator. Type in log, see if you can get this. Type in, if you typed in log on your calculator, they shut off. So type in log and try, you could do it either way. You could type it in right here. When you typed in log, type that in. So it's base 10. I'm gonna go up. There you go. So do 0.01 and then power, and then 1 divided by 3. and you get negative 0.66, which is negative 2/3. Okay? Next, go back to the front page. Example 2. All right, now, how do you solve these ones? Well, whatever form it's in, you guys, change it. So this is in log form, change it to exponential. How do you rewrite this in exponential? Rewrite this. Tell me what it is. What's the power? What's the power here? 10. Then what goes next?
Squared.
Squared. Well, now can you do it? Do you know what 10 squared is? What's 10 squared? 100. So that's how you did that. How about this next one? Well, it's in exponential, so write it in log form. How do you translate this to log form? Log of 29 base 10 is equal to x. Now, you're going to use your calculator. Now, if it's in log base 10, you really don't need to write base 10. But I want you to hit second log. And then, I think you could just type in 29. Oops. And did you get 1.4624? Now, I did not type in 10, it typed it in for me. Try the next ones. Example 3 is super easy. Use a calculator. So all you have to do is figure out how to get to the LN button on your calculator, which is above the E button, so you're gonna hit second e to the x, which is ln, right there, and then type in 0.15. What'd you get? Negative 1.89712. There it is. How about the next one? What's ln 186? 5.22575. So if we rounded it to the nearest, let's do this. If I asked you to round to the nearest tenth, what answer would you give me? 10.
5.2.
5.2. If I said round to the nearest hundredth,
5.3.
5 point what?
3.
23. 5.23.
Oh yeah.
What if I said round to the nearest thousandths? 5.226. Okay, you guys gotta get your rounding down. So it doesn't say, let's round to the nearest hundredth. So I'm gonna write 5.23. And the last one, what did we say you can't have right here? No matter what. The ln just means it's a base E. This is gonna be no solution because you can't have a negative or a 0 there. Example 4. We're gonna do this 2 different ways. 2 ways. I'm gonna show you calculator way and non-calculator way. How do you type this in your calculator? That would probably be the easiest way. So you're gonna type in log, and you're gonna type in 2 for the base, and arrow and write 1/8. 1 divided by 8, and then hit enter. So I got an answer of -3 using a calculator. So using the calculator, does everyone understand how to do it? Because you're gonna have a 2-part test. You're gonna have a calculator and a non-calculator. So using the calculator, x is -3. You just type it in. How about without? Without a calculator. Well, I would convert this to exponential form. So it would look like this. 2 to what power is 1/8? Now, one of the tricks that you're gonna do in solving these without a calculator, see this is base 2. See if you can get both of these sides in base 2. Can 8 be written in a form of 2? What's another name for 8? Isn't 2 to the 3rd power 8? Okay, well, this is good, but this is in the wrong spot. It needs to be in the numerator. How do I carry 2 to the 3rd here? How do I bring it up here? What does it become? 2 to the negative 3. And now see how these bases are the same? What's your answer? Negative 3. Okay, example 5. Okay, like I said before, ln means log base e. And so if I rewrote this, see this ln? ln means log base e. And then you've got e to the 3rd power. What did I tell you when these two are the same? What's the answer going to be?
3.
If there's no power here, it's a 1. But there is a 3 there. What's the answer? What's the answer going to be? 3. Why? Because e to what power is e to the 3rd? It has to be 3. It's going to be that power. So with that logic, what do you think the answer to B is? This is ln, which means log base e, of e to the x squared plus 2y. When these two are the same, what's the answer going to be? There it is right there. It's going to be x squared plus 2y. So when the base and the power are the same, the answer will be the exponent. If there is no exponent, it is a 1. Okay? Last example, C. It says evaluate e to the ln 34.17 power. I want 2 ways to do this. First way, we're going to use the calculator. Okay, I want you to type in e, and I want you to raise it to the ln 34.17 power. So take your calculator. Okay, I want you to type in e, which is that button. You're going to raise it to the ln, so you have to hit second ln, and then 34.17. And I got 34.17 for my answer. Did you? Okay, so what if I don't give you the calculator? Are you going to be able to do this one? So without a calculator. This is written in exponential. So we want to convert it to log form. How do you convert this to log form? E to the ln 34.17 is equal to something. What is it equal to? So let's convert this. We're going to write the log x base e equals ln 34.17. You're going to know what goes where. Now, we said, what's another name for log base e? What's another, how can we rewrite this? You're trying to get these two sides to match. What's another name for ln, or log base e? I just told you, ln. This means ln. Now, are you seeing it here? You have your ln's here. If you cross these two ln's out, what's x equal to? 34.17. Okay, now flip it over. It says without using a calculator. Do you remember my trick? What's the base here? It's a 10. Well, aren't these two gonna be the same? This is written log base 10 of 10 to the square root of 43. Can you evaluate that for me? What's the answer? What is it?
Square root of 43.
Square root of 43. When these two are the same, that's the answer. So for 26, the base and the number are the same. These two are the same. What's the answer going to be? Square root of x squared plus y squared. Number 27. What's another name for ln? Isn't this log base e, ln? And then e to the, I can't read that. It's a
15.
We'll say it's a 15. Aren't these the same? What's the answer going to be? 15. Number 28. What's ln mean? ln means log base e of e to the 3.78 power. What's this answer going to be? What's this one going to be? Ooh, what's the base here? What is it? Say it louder. 1/2. 1/2. Good job. This is ln e to the 1/2 power. Remember, square root means 1/2 power? Well, ln means log base e. So what's your answer? It's 1/2. How about the next one? What power is this?
1/5.
1/5. So the answer is 1/5. $31. So I will convert this. Log of x base e is equal to ln 9, I can't read that, 3/1. What's another name for ln, log base e? Ln x. So what's the answer? Right there, 931. See, these two ln's cancel out. So with that little trick, what do you think the answer to 32 is? What is it? Can I hear your voices? 34.17. How about 33? X plus whatever that is. I don't know, looks like a Z. How about the next one?
X squared plus 2y.
This is going to be x squared plus 2y. What's this one going to be? What is it? Robbie? I hear your voice. X squared and the last one. Whatever that is.
It's just x plus.
Can't see it. X plus,
What's
make
up?
up a number. Teddy, turn that off.